You finally made the decision that you are ready to file for divorce. You've been thinking about it, you've been planning, you've been worrying, and now you're ready to move forward. One of the questions that's probably like looming, that's maybe held you back from doing it, is the stress that the whole situation is going to cause. So let's talk today about how you get divorced with less added stress. I'm Joy Edwards with the Edwards Law Group. At the Edwards Law Group, we take on the ugly in divorces so our clients don't have to. Did someone tell you that you could get through the divorce process without stress? If they did, they were lying to you. Most people are getting divorced after being in a situation that has been stressful for them. So initially, you are going to have that exhale of, I'm finally doing it. But the doing it all by itself comes with levels of stress. So we're not going to tell you here that you're going to be able to do it with no stress. What we're going to talk about is how you can minimize the stress of the situation. The first thing that will probably assist you in lowering your stress levels is having a realistic timeline of how long your divorce is actually going to take. Some people think that they can get in and out of the whole divorce situation in 30 days. That's not really realistic. Knowing what all the issues are will help you get a better idea of how long you're in it for. You know, I have this saying that anything is bearable for a finite period of time. When you come into our office, we're going to look at your situation and we're going to be able to tell you, look, you're dealing with these issues, and if we're dealing with these issues in this court setting with what you have shared with us about your marriage and your spouse, we think it's going to take somewhere 6 months, 9 months, a year. The time doesn't really matter, but we'll be able to tell you this is bearable for this finite period of time. That gives you a better idea of when the end should be, so you can be less stressed because we're now on day 60 and I'm still not divorced. Well, we never told you it was going to be 60 days. We told you it was going to be 90 days. So that's where your end is. Having that in and of itself for so many clients takes that stressor off their plates. For so many people, another point of stress is what's going to happen to my life after the divorce is finalized. You've spent the last year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, whatever that number is, planning for a future together with your spouse, planning for a future together with your children. And now you've made the decision that the marriage is no longer tenable, it's no longer workable, and you've got to change your plans. You no longer have that future with that person to look forward to. One of the things that we do for our clients is ask them and sit with them in that moment, in that space of what do you want your life to look like after the divorce? Because the main purpose for that is that we help you, we sit with you, we build a roadmap with you during the divorce process because you know what you want it to look like after. One of the biggest things that's going to take stress off of your plate in the divorce process is getting an attorney at the beginning of it. Seems easy, but so many people think I can do this on my own, right? But the bottom line is that most people can't. Why? Because for most people, this is going to be their first divorce or their second divorce. Maybe even their third divorce. No two divorces are the same. So even if it's not your first rodeo, taking the time to speak to an attorney, to hire in counsel, who this is not their first, second, third, fourth, fifth rodeo in this space, who has the experience to help you and to advise you, that's probably the thing that will take the most stress off your plate. So you've already taken the first step and the second step. Your first step was You decided you were ready. Your second step was that you searched around and you watched this video because you're trying to get your things together. The third step you need to take is going ahead, giving us a call so that we can get the process started for you and take the stress off your plate. At the Edwards Law Group, we're here to help, and we'll take on the ugly in your divorce so you don't have to.